Good day, everyone, and welcome to the world of the International Fab Talks. International Fab Talks is all about connecting with the right kind of people, the unsung heroes who've done their very best till date. You face it. Like maybe you may be very happy sometimes, you may be very sad, or maybe you have lots of money, or you were just from the lower stream of the society. No matter who you are, life will definitely throw a lot of challenges in different ways. And how we overcome all these challenges makes us unique. Today, we have a wonderful celebrity who has overcome several challenges and has emerged victorious till date. How did he do all of it? Let's get to know more about Sir and get to celebrate his journey today on the International Fab Talks. He is none other than Dr. Akshay Mahajan. He is joining us all the way from Bengaluru, Karnataka, India. Let's welcome Sir and begin the session. Hello, Sir, and welcome to the session.
Hello, madam, and hello, everyone. Akshay Mahajan from Bengaluru, Karnataka. Yes.
Yes. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir, for being here today with us. It's a pleasure and an honor to have you here. Share your journey. I go ahead and share your profile and we begin the session.
Sure.
Yes, friends. So, friends, as you know, it's a honor, a responsibility, and a wonderful privilege to share the profiles of our celebrities and guests. And today we are honored to have the profile of Dr. Akshay Mahajan. He's here with us. He's an assistant professor, Department of Management, BMS College of Commerce and Management, Bengaluru, Karnataka, India. I'd like to add more to Sir's profile. I'd like to add a little more to Sir's profile. Dr. Akshay Mahajan is an esteemed educator with the realms of academia. Armed with an impressive array of qualifications, Mr. Mahajan obtained a PhD from University of Mysore. Let me put that right. Armed with an impressive array of qualifications, Mr. Mahajan obtained a PhD from the University of Mysore, post-graduation diploma in management, PG, DIBO, and an MCom as well, alongside the prestigious accolades of UGC NET Management and UGC NET JRF Commerce. That's great. His academic journey has begun in a beautiful way and has continued till date, and he's ready to inspire the world. He's already been inspiring several people, and it continues. So his academic journey has been marked by unwavering dedication and a thirst for knowledge. I think these are the two terms we have to catch, my dear friends. You always have to have this unwavering dedication and a thirst for knowledge, and then you can go further ahead in your life with the main focus on human resource management and marketing specialization. With over 5 years of teaching experience, Mr. Mahajan epitomizes the embodiment of educational excellence. His classroom presence is characterized by an infectious enthusiasm. There's a depth in his voice, there is warmth in his voice when he connects with his class, when he connects with people, coupled with a meticulous approach to education and life. A staunch advocate for staying abreast of industry developments, he prides himself on maintaining a finger on the pulse of ongoing trends. This is very important for everyone, irrespective of which field you are into. We always should be really updated at every given time, ensuring that his students benefit from the large insight and the practices that he has gained till date or he is into. Additionally, Mr. Akshay's academic contributions extend beyond the classroom, as evident by his prolific research endeavors. He has authored a total of 8 research articles which have been published in many esteemed international journals. That's great, thereby solidifying his standing as a respected authority in his field. Further, he has lent his expertise as a co-author to the book titled Digital Transformation for Business Sustainability. That's great. Further exemplifying his commitment to advancing knowledge and innovation within the academic sphere. Mr. Akshay continues to enrich the academic discourse and inspires the next generation of thinkers and academicians. Currently, Dr. Akshay is serving as an assistant professor at the Department of Management, BMS College of Commerce and Management, Bengaluru. Let's celebrate Sir's journey here today on the International Fab Talks. Let's get to know how Sir was able to do all of it. How did he face the challenges that came up his path? And what is his message for the society? Join us, friends. Dear Sir, thank you so much for being here on special request. You're here with us. Thank you so much. How would you define yourself? Who is the real Dr. Akshay Mahajan?
First of all, I would like to thank you so much for the Excellent introduction. In fact, you have introduced to me what I deserve more, more than what I deserve. And thank you so much. And to begin with, uh, Dr. Akshay Mahajan, it's a new term of life, and it's a new era of life. Whereas, uh, despite of the visual challenges, um, it is it is an interesting chapter, and definitely the uh, the fame and the thirst of knowledge is making me better and better day by day.
That's a beautiful way to explain yourself, sir. Thank you very much for sharing all of that. That's great to describe yourself in a very profound way. Now, sir, why did you choose the educational sector?
Well, I joined the post-graduation diploma in management in one of the top business school of India, that's SCM Institute for Management Development in Mysore, Karnataka, with an intention to be to be the part of corporate culture, to be the part of corporate life. Like, in fact, before joining this course, I had decided to be an HR, to become an HR manager in the corporate setup. But soon after completion of my graduation, post graduation, I felt be rather than being an HR, it's that in Indian context we always give a very prominent role, or a very prominent respect for an HR. So this is what a journey twisted from HR to an HR. That's what I believe in. So basically, teaching itself is also a very priest uh, job. So the moment I thought of getting into the educational industry, I just felt that rather than being into the corporate, it's always going to be an interesting journey, meeting thousands of students, hundreds of the new students every batch, and enlightening them and grooming them as a perfect product for the future society. So I felt this is more important, and which I can definitely deliver my best duty towards building a vibrant society for the future.
That's really nice. That's so nice to know, sir. That's great. As you want to connect with several students and prepare them for the future and build their lives in the right way. That's really
Yes, that
great.
definitely gives a wonderful experience, because we get to explore in order to teach our students. First of all, a teacher must be getting updated every day, because the the generation of the contemporary generation is not that simple. It keeps changing every day. So getting ourselves updated to the core and connecting with all the updated aspects and teaching the students and bringing their knowledge to the heights is definitely a beautiful job. That's what I always enjoy with.
Yes, sir. That's really nice. Thank you so much for sharing that with us, sir. Thank you very much. Now, sir, many of the people out there would want to know what kind of challenges did you face to reach where you are today? Because every single individual have their own challenges. Now, how were you able to overcome all the challenges and arrive at this position?
Person has every person on the universe has their own uh, distinct challenge, is what I actually describe it as. Distinct challenge. Every man on this universe will have one or other challenge. The moment when my parents have got to know that I have a visual impairment, they never let me down. They said, well, definitely tomorrow my son is going to be the best product in the society. That's where we are going to shape him. That is the first challenge which they have taken. So my challenge began with giving a major challenge to my parents to grow me up. So this is where the life's philosophy, that what we believe in, the tantra of life, because the various tactics of learning and growing is going to play a very prominent role. It so began that the challenges of learning using braille, and later the best thing that which I have inculcated is that I have joined a very integral, or you know um, what I can say. I have not learned, I have not did my education in blind school. I have did my entire uh, education in all, uh, where all other students will also be learning, without any disabilities. So this is where what I feel is that we will we will get down into the society from the beginning, which makes us to feel positive. It's as simple as that. Learning in a specially abled school is not a bad thing. We will have to learn, but also taking another challenge and learning with all other students is another challenge. But we will definitely have to make it a very interesting chapter of each and every phase in the life. There I began, and I happened to I felt very difficulties in learning science and mathematics while I was in upper high school. And even thankfully the government had some options of the subjects were able to be opted, instead of science and mathematics. I have got the political science and economics, Indian economics, as my subjects, which made me to learn easily, and gracefully I could secure 83.2 percentage in my 10th grade. And that is where another challenge is that using scribe, while writing the examination, using scribe is a biggest task, uh, because it is dictating them our answers, and while they will be writing our dictated answers, that's completely makes a lot of difference. Rather than writing on your own, when you will have to uh, dictate someone to write your answer is a toughest job once again. uh, Going ahead, I happened to join for pre-university college, and even uh, we since my I was quite uh, I can say I was quite an average student when it comes to number. Yes, numbers doesn't play with me properly. So accountancy subject, which I have chosen, the commerce discipline, accountancy subject was completely a tough, a new world for me. But despite of that, using Excel, I learned Excel, on operating Excel, and how do we uh, operate Excel, and how are we going to use the formulas to solve the accounting, accountancy, what we can say, illustration, accounting illustration. All those came up to the mark, and finally, yes, the challenge again went off. So what I'm trying to tell you is, if we take, if we consider a challenge is a challenge, definitely it remains as a challenge itself. We need to just shoot it and just keep moving on. To getting on this platform, to reach as an assistant professor, there were many challenges as such. But it is all that how are we going to excel ourselves, and how we deal with the challenges. And a disability is not something which always keeps shooting the challenges towards us. A disability is something which we are going to erase the first three letters DIS and make it an ability, is a wonderful, wonderful game.
Yes, sir. Excellent. So thank you for sharing that. Remove the DIS and then you focused on abilities. That's really nice.
Exactly.
And sir, what I liked about the way you shared it with regard to your parents, you said, my parents never let me down.
Exactly.
Yes, that's a beautiful way to, give credit to your parents. That's really nice, sir. Now, sir, what about the classroom? How do you deal with students? And you're beyond the classroom as well. So how does that happen? And your class is very vibrant, energetic. How do you do that?
Yes. Let me tell you, this is very interesting question. The moment when I joined the teaching industry, I prepared my mind in such a way that a faculty is someone who is not I mean, a faculty should not be someone who just enter the class, read out the textbook content, give one or two examples, come out of the classroom and get disconnected from the students. It is not the way. A faculty must be first, must be prepared to deal with the students in 360-degree angle, where we will have to be completely uh, flexible enough to make the concept understand by even upgrading ourselves to the highest standard. Also, to the student standard, we need to be flexible. For example, if a student is quite a weak in English, I don't say everyone, all are pro in English language, all are pro in all the languages. There may be some students, though they are exceptionally great performers, there may be some students who will be finding it quite a difficult task to catch hold of English accent. If the students tell us that he or she is unable to understand the concept that we are teaching, then what is the use? A faculty can never say that, look, this is what my accent is, you will get used to it, don't worry. No, we cannot say that. We should definitely make our brush up our accent, make the student understand. That is where a vibrancy comes in. Otherwise, it is absolutely a way, what we can say, it doesn't make any sense. So that will flourish away. By this, what I would like to say, like, uh, yes, I have prepared my mind that I should not be teaching anything from the textbook. I should be connecting with the students with a real time examples, real case studies, and real concept connections. This is where we can hold the hearts of the students. I will tell you something. It is not something which you will control the mind of student. You should get into the heart of student. That is also one of the art which I believe in, because if you are just connecting with the mind of student, they may be out of control. They may not be able to catch it. If you really fix in their heart, they will take they will definitely take our concepts in control of their mind. This is what I believe in, because if you just pitch in and go back to the staff room, it is not enough. We will have to provide them supporting study materials. So that is what I do. I connect with the students with the study materials. I'll give them a case study. I will narrate them with the examples. It's not only pitching examples in the classroom. You should also be able to narrate the example in the descriptive manner. So the student who has an efficiency to listen and understand can also be understood with our pitch. The student who has an ability to read and understand can also be connected in a well manner. So we will have to ensure no student is left unturned. That is what I always do. So this is how I connect with the students. And also, making a video presentation in the classroom. See, you might be aware, if you watch a movie, you will never forget it for almost 5 to 10 years, if I'm not wrong. You'll never be able to forget because that is in your eyes and that is in your heart. It went into your heart. And something which you read up 1 or 2 pages, I believe you might not even be able to remind it for more than 2 to 3 days or something like that. So video connection, presenting a video in the classroom for the students is one of the top-notch technique of best faculty. That's what I believe in. This is what the practice I always take.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir, for sharing that. Thank you very much. That's really very nice. So you have also co-authored the book called as Digital Transformation for Business Sustainability.
Exactly.
Yes, if you could share that with us as well.
Okay. To tell you about this paper, the chapter which we have published, so that is all about, the chapter is all about neuromarketing. See, that's an astonishing addition to the marketing world because neuromarketing is all about understanding the psychological, um, the consumer's psychology. Understanding the consumer's psychology is very much epidemic in this current, market. Reason is so simple. Uh, Neuromarketing is one of the physiological marketing activity which actually use neurosignals, which gains an insight into the customer's preferences and decision making. In turn leads to create the product advertising, pricing, and development in the area of marketing. Because uh, this chapter, what I have contributed, that completely speaks about the neuromarketing, which is the combination of neuroscience and the cognitive science of marketing. The common measurements like brain scanning that measures neuroactivities and physiological tracking that measures eye movement and other proxies for the marketing activity which are used here. If you can see in the um, Reliance Smart Bazaar, so that you can see that most of the chocolate items, kids lovable items, will be kept near the counter. Why do you think so? When you take a kid along with you, when you stand in a queue for billing, definitely that child will observe that, it will get into that, and there will be a business once again. For example, a mother is standing in front of the billing counter. The child in her arm watches at the chocolates. Definitely it will cry for it. And this is what the simple technique which marketers are using now. That is into the real, I'm giving you a very simple example about this matter. And it also uses brain imaging to observe which neurocircuits linked up or went dark during the process of, that is, see, this marketing requires very highest investment because of the tools like EFMRI and all, updated machineries in this era. So that complete chapter concentrated on the role of neuromarketing as an effective tool for marketers in this new era of market research for the present intelligence, and also rational and potential consumers also. So this focuses on all those aspects.
Excellent, sir. That's very nice. Thank you for sharing that with us. For the first time, I've heard something called as neuromarketing. And I think there are several people like me who may be hearing it for the first time. Thank you so much for sharing
Yes.
knowledge on that.
Yeah.
Now, sir, we'd like to know about your strength. And now, when you face a difficult time with regard to the professional space or personal space, I'm talking about the present moment. From where do you derive your strength to face yet another day? Because we all have our low times, like, we face the low phases in our lives, and it's difficult to rise again. How do you do it from your way?
Yeah, see, this is completely, if I can call your question, or if I can recoin your question in my own way, that is all about, you're asking about work-life balance, if I'm
Yes,
not wrong.
yes,
Work-life balance is a very, very interesting topic in, basically, that is in human resource management. So for every person, they will be having their own, uh, personal space, professional space, and personal life are the two facets of a coin. If you take consider, you can't ignore one or other. Balancing them is a strategic way of dealing. This is what I always take it as. Personal space is something which we will have to give it up to our family uh, on top notch priority. That doesn't mean that you should ignore the professional life. The productivity, that 8 hours or 9 hours of our professional life, what we will be into, each and every minute must have the productivity. If I can term it in a still more simple language, that you will not have to waste a single minute of your official time, or where you will be in the office or anywhere in your workplace. If you complete the task within the given deadline, or within 8 hours or 9 hours of your work, there ends your job for the day. Then, while reverting or returning back to our property, our residential premises, we shall not be carrying any work along with that. It is not something that you should ignore, even the work is left out. But while returning back to home, a man or a woman must be in a smile, not in a disastrous mind. There, the personal life begins, and definitely that ends on the next morning and begins. So these two coins are flipping, one after other, but you cannot ignore both shades. That is where the tantra of handling the work life balance comes in picture. That's what
yes.
I always term it as.
Excellent. You've done a wonderful job. You've shared that so well. Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Thank you.
Now, sir, what is that one thing you admire in Dr. Akshay Mahajan?
Um, Admiring something, uh, you know, on myself, probably must come from the opposite, not from my end. So, see, only one thing I can commit myself, or one best thing what I can always take up in within me, is that never let it down. Are these words which always repeats in my mind. Never let it down. Whatever that comes in the way, never let it down. If we let it down, it's too hard to come up once again. This is what I always believe in.
Yes, sir, that's really nice. Thank you so much. That's well shared. Now, sir, what about your thoughts with regard to mental health? There are several people, youngsters out there, just wasting their time, falling into depression, falling in and out of relationships, and not working in the right way, not being productive. So, do you have any message for people who are like focused in the wrong way in their lives, and they don't have a control over their mental health?
As you said, yes, you're right. Today, in the contemporary generation, we are seeing flip flops in the minds of young generation, young, young population of, especially if we consider young population of people between 18 to 25, a very biggest task. Getting them, see, being productive is a second factor. But before being productive, a mind must be healthy. So what shall be done to keep the mind healthy is calmness. Calmness. Getting out of bustling environment is the first thing which every young, you know, every youth should be doing first thing, because they have to come out of this bustling environment. Then, once the mind is calm, they can definitely be productive. If you can just realize, you'll not, if when you are working on some project, if other colleagues sitting next to you are always murmuring, speaking louder, that doesn't make you work, or that doesn't allow you to be productive in this. So, first thing, keeping the environment very silent and calm is important. Then the mind works. And yes, another thing which you said, getting in and out of relationship, that's common. But before, in and out of relationship concept shall start after 25, because that is where the mind, the maturity will be grown. This is what I believe in. That is where the maturity will be. They'll gain that maturity. What is my choice is the question. And what if not is the second question. So between the age of 18 to 25, for the students, which I always tell them, now it's a golden time for you all to get settled on or before 23 years of your age. 23 years of your age, on or before, they must get settled. Their target and aim must be only the one thing, that I shall settle down. What is settling down? They might begin a business nowadays, which you can see there are many startups coming up. New minds are working on many things. Sitting at home, you can do many things, many million things that we have options to do now. Only the thing is, keeping the mind calm is the first thing. Then every single idea starts jumping out of the mind, and that leads to productivity. Once the productivity begins, that means any business or any job, once the productivity begins, you will be, or that student will be, or that youth will be under the probationary period for the first 2 years of their career. I meant for a career between the age of 23 to 25. After 25, it is the choice of a mind and it is a choice of a matured mind, which I always call it as, it's a choice of a matured mind, where they can, decide that where they have to stand in which position. So these are the very important terms which always they need to, almost along with that, there must be some curiosity. Always this is important. If the person doesn't have any curiosity or any excitement to learn, unlearn, and relearn, these three terms are very much important. Learn first, and when there is an update, unlearn, and once again, along with the update, you have to relearn. This is very, very, very important. This happens only if he or she has a curiosity, a thirst, an excitement, something to explore, that they must have this curiosity. If there is a curiosity, then there will be a beautiful life, which will be waiting ahead for them.
Yes, so that's really nice. Thank you for sharing that. Learn, unlearn, and relearn. You explained that concept very well. A thirst for knowledge. That's really nice. And as you said, once they cross 25, they are more mature, and they should stand up for the right reasons and choose the right path. That's wonderful.
Definitely.
Now, sir, do you love pets?
I love pets. Uh, Definitely, I love pets. I love dog.
Do you have one with you?
No, in fact, I mean, I stay in Bangalore and I am originated from my another city called Vijayapura in Karnataka, north part of Karnataka. So there we have an animal, but not here.
Yes. Who has been your inspiration till date? You are a wonderful inspiration. Let me tell you that you're a wonderful
Thank you.
inspiration, and I really admire the way you speak. You are a very good speaker. You know what you're speaking, and you know how to put the words in the right way, and empower people. Now,
Thank you.
who is
Thank you
your
so much.
inspiration? Thank you, sir. Thank you. I should thank you first, and I'd like to know now who is your inspiration.
Inspiration begins with my mother, where she was, my mother had a dream to see me as a doctor, as a medical doctor. Okay. When my parents got to know that I have this visual challenge, I have that visual impairment, the the next moment my mother retermed that coin and said, yes, what if I cannot, I cannot see my son as a medical doctor. I will make him as a philosophy doctor. So, doctor of philosophy. I will make my son to study PhD and to see him as a doctor. So her uh, zeal inspired me from the grass, from that route. Then many people came in my inspirational journey. Um, I just cannot admit myself to one single person. One single person, it is very, very hard. And I will also tell you, you should never ever have a single person's inspiration as a single person as your inspiration. Single individual has every individual personality, person will be having amazing character, amazing personality. We have to learn to find out and intake those characters if they are really going to suit our lifestyle. So, as I can say, the first inspiration is my mother, and the list, in fact, keeps goes on, goes on, goes on till today. If you ask me, who is your current inspiration? The current inspiration is definitely going to be, uh, where I can see, my colleagues. I can never, I never say one single colleague of mine, because individual, in order to get into, one of the renowned institution, every single person will also be having a unique character, which we will have to observe that and intake. Say for an example, our college principal has such a huge energy that we have to intake, we should observe his energy levels where he works from morning 10 a.m. till the night 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock, sometimes whenever the time approaches. It is not something that 8 hour duty is over, I'm going back my home. It's not that. And another inspiration, if we consider a person who can see, a person who is even struggling so hard to earn a single rupee using Swiggy delivery, who makes a Swiggy delivery, even doesn't matter it is raining nor it is a starking sun, but they will never stop to work. They will never stop working. But we will be complaining many times if at all in the summer season. Many of us will, you know uh, many of us will deny to go out of, exposed to the sunny. Yes, we will deny and we will say, oh, it's too hot outside, why should we go out? But what about the, Swiggy delivery person and the Zomato delivery person? Are they not working? Are they enjoying? They are working. So, work, productivity, zeal, excitement, curiosity, they are all going to term another word as an inspiration. So, keep in, it's one commitment of mine, that keep in, you know, observing the person and getting inspired by that person, if at all he or she has a unique nature or a unique character or unique personality, unique trait. This is what I always believe in.
Yes, sir. Thank you for sharing that so beautifully. Thank you for giving various examples as well. Thank you so much. Now, sir, if I may ask you with regard to friendship, what role has friends played in your life? Or let me put that right. What role has friendship played in your life?
Friends and friendship. So definitely, without the support of even the society and the friends, uh, maybe the success might not have been fully completed. Might be, might have been become, might have remained incomplete. So I, to tell you, I have very, very, very few friends, selective friends, I can say. Rather than saying few friends, I have the golden, what I can say. I have a golden box of, selective friends. So their role in my life, definitely quite, very important. And if we consider, our father is also going to be the best friend who can never replace that place as well. So father is also our friend. And also going ahead, spouse can really be, see, you know, spouse is definitely going to be a best friend of every person's, in every person's life, right? That's what I always believe in. So putting all those, putting all of them together, I will say their role is really very, very precious in my life. And I thank them for always being on my journey.
That's really nice. So nice of you to share all of that, sir. Now, sir, before we sum up the session, I'd like you to give a wonderful message for all of us. What is the message from Dr. Akshay Mahajan? Over to you, sir.
Yes. I always like to convey to the youth, because I love youth, and the younger minds are beautiful. They're amazing. So I would like to give one simple message for the youngest population, is that don't stop anywhere. Don't stop anywhere in the journey. Nothing will come as a hurdle in the life. If at all any hurdle approaches, you will just have to turn yourself, you will just have to pause yourself for a single minute and say, and check, am I into the right route? If I have to do MBA, then what is my life's interest? Everything must keep questioning, then and there itself. They should have a properly groomed discipline, and that discipline is going to take every single person to the best road, and also that map is perfectly going to be crafted for the best future.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir, so much for sharing that beautiful message and empowering the youth. You're a wonderful inspiration to all of us, and we look forward
Thank
to
you.
many more interactions with you. You have a wonderful way of presenting your thoughts and views in the right way.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, sir. We look forward to having you again share and empower each one of us.
It is my pleasure. Definitely, definitely. That's definitely going to be one of my precious, job, which I can also be, doing from my end. I love doing it.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank
Stay
you.
blessed and stay connected. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. My dear friends, with this, we come to an end to the International Fab Talks for today. We had a wonderful session with our celebrity and guest is Dr. Akshay Mahajan, a person profound with great knowledge, excellence in whatever he does, connected to the youth, wanting to inspire one and all in the right way and spreading the right message across the world. We'd like to thank him for his presence here today with us on the International Fab Talks. And if you like what the Fab Talk team is doing, connecting with the right kind of people, bringing in the right kind of celebrities to share their journey and to empower us in the right way, stay connected, like, comment, subscribe, and share to the International Fab Talks. Above all, stay focused, stay blessed, and protect the universe. Stay safe. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you so much.